My goal is to buy 2021. I've been watching the market, COVID 2020, and from what I've been told, in both Canada and the US, a lot of people will be selling. Absolutely.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on this? Man, I've been waiting for the market to crash.
We sure have. We always talk about it. This is time when you want to. This is why people get mad at us, because we're like, watch where you're spending your money right now. When y'all got those stimulus checks, I know a lot of people are out of work, and I need people to be very strategic with what they're doing with their money right now. Because honestly, what you should be doing, if you do not have any established credit, you need to be preparing your credit. For those of you who don't know, me and Kiara do credit repair. That needs to be a priority, number one, period. Because you need to know how to leverage your credit. Because again, once you own a house, that's leverage. So if you want to get a loan for anything, if you want to open up a business, if you want to do anything, this counts as leverage, that they're looking at you to see what you're worth. You know what I'm saying? What your net worth is based on the amount of assets and available assets which generate into funds you have. And so everybody should be owning homes.
So when you go to buy houses, they want to see what assets.
Your
houses that can be liquidated, that goes into your income.
Exactly. And so with the market collapsing the way it is, houses are going to be the cheapest that they are, but it is going to be competitive, because there are investors out here who are
people like me just sitting here waiting.
They're gentrifying a lot of these areas, so people are coming out there with their cash and they're ready to buy these houses outright. You know what I'm saying? And so of course a lot of sellers prefer investors, because that's money up front as opposed to slow money that, it has to come from a loan. They have to wait for all that to get approved and all that shit. People are like, give me the envelope with the money and go about their business. So it is going to get competitive, which is why, one, you want to make sure that you have your credit together, and two, that you have available money to put down immediately when you find a house that you want. Because it is going to be competitive, because with cheap houses means more buyers. More people are going to come out here to come buy. And like I said, me and Kiara be watching them things. We here in Atlanta, so they gentrifying all these little areas, and we ready to just try to buy a little bit of everything. So again, if your priority has not been to put money aside for a down payment, as well as getting your credit fixed, and let me tell you, there are programs to help first-time home buyers that will basically eradicate your down payment that you have to pay for a house. There's plenty of them. Almost every state has them to offer assistance to people who don't have the money immediately available. You also can pull that money from your 401k. For those who don't know, it is tax-free if you pull that from your 401k to put towards a first-time home. So also know that, because a lot of you have 401ks through your job. So use that. Y'all can use that. Take that money out to put towards a down payment for your house. Boom! Nugget!
Oh, you got hype?
Sounded good coming out too, y'all. Y'all be playing with me. Y'all better show me some love on this video right now.
All right, drop them green hearts. Drop them green hearts. I will say, if you're in Georgia, I know there's the Georgia Dream. I believe their funding is running out. I'm not sure if it ran out or not, but you might want to look into that to see if that's still an option. I didn't go through that process because I was ready to get in my house, and I was like, I got the money, let's just go. So for those of you who got that stimulus, if you still got it, invest in yourself. I do Money Move Mondays, trying to encourage everybody to invest in themselves, put their money in positions that help bring you more money or help bring you assets and propel your financial future. That $1,200 stimulus, I could have told you how to go get 4 properties with that $1,200 right there.
And we're still doing
4.
We're still doing the 2 months free, the 60 days free in our credit program. You know what I'm saying? And I shout out to the ones who are out here taking advantage of it, because let me tell y'all, price is about to go up again. Because again, we want to help people. We want to put people in a position to be successful. But again, we can't beg y'all to do it. We come on here every Tuesday, we give you guys the information, and we just need you guys to move forward and to really take action, okay? We want more Black homeowners, okay? That's what we want. We want to buy back the block. Anybody who follows one of our broker friends, as well as one of our preferred realtors, Ashley, she talks about buying back the Black block all the time. She links opportunities for people to come in as investors, and opportunities like that. I share them to our Great Credit Repair page so that you guys do have access to these things. And so,
if you're not following our business Facebook page, definitely do so, because we post all of that stuff. We share all of that.
Because again,
not just the personal page. Y'all on the personal page right now. Y'all need to be following the business page as well. Facebook, we popping on Facebook. Instagram need a little help, so go show us some love over there. Go show us some love over on Instagram. Okay.
We just put together the Instagram page, trying to be multi-platform, which is really, really hard because I'm so used to Facebook, but I do definitely have to tap more into Instagram because, again, we do have something where we're genuinely trying to help more people create generational wealth, okay? Because too many times, if something were to happen to you today, what do your kids have to fall back on? I know so many of you guys are talking about your children and that, you love your kids and you want to make sure that your kids have the opportunities that weren't allotted to you. But what are you leaving to them in the event that anything happens to you? You know what I'm saying? When I have children, they're going to have a couple of properties. And the goal is to have them paid off.
Yeah, properties, businesses.
And the goal is to have them paid off.
Life insurance,
that way,
policies,
your kids don't have to buy or rent. You know what I'm saying? They have a property. They have, the opportunity to live in a place where they don't have to finance anything other than, general, electric, water bill, stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And so that's the goal. You keep properties in your family, even if it's not your forever home. One of my sisters did this, actually. She bought a townhouse. And then when her daughter turned 18, she now lives in the townhouse. And she's off living in the country somewhere, living her best little life. Mm-hmm. And she had that house basically to give to her daughter. And so, this is things that you don't see prominently in our community. And so we're trying to normalize these things by putting you guys in a position.
That's the same with my grandmother. My grandmother bought her first house for $1. That house is still in the family today. She gave that to her oldest daughter, who is still in the house to this day. And leave it in the family. We got, within the family, multiple properties so that, the lineage goes on. Take care of this house, you pass it on to your children, and so on and so forth. Build that wealth within your family. A lot of people, and it's sad to see, like I think I've spoken on it before in one of our lives. I posted and asked my followers, how many of you have, what did I say, the retirement plans set up for your children. And people laughed. No, they gotta work this hard. If I had to work this hard, they gotta work this hard. Shit, you kidding me? If my child can sit on their ass with a silver spoon in their mouth, goddammit, shit. That's what's gonna happen. For what? Why?
Why suffer?
Why make your children suffer just because you had to go through, this, that, and the third? I'm sorry, but that won't be me. That's not the plan that I have for my life. And anybody in that mindset, you need a reality check. For real, especially in the Black community, because realistically, if you look at it as a community, we don't own shit.
As a community,
and we talk about everybody else, and make jokes about, all these trust fund babies, yada yada yada. Shit, my child gonna be a trust fund baby. You're goddamn right. You're living off of mommy's dollar. Yup, you sure are, baby. I'm sorry.
Absolutely,
sure are.
Absolutely.
But go ahead. I'm sorry.
I think
I'm not even gonna go there with y'all.
And for those who don't know, me and Kiera, we own 6 businesses between the two of 7. I didn't lost count. We have a lot of businesses between the two of us. So whatever our child decide they want to go into, honey, I just ain't gonna tell y'all. There's a job for them. We got businesses in real property. We got businesses in health, finance, nutrition, fitness, art. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Self-care, coaching. We got businesses and everything. So our kids gonna be able to choose which one you want to be, BP and CEO of. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's not to say that, your children aren't going to be taught to value working hard, because they will, but why they going to work hard?
As long as you're putting in the work.
Why they going to work hard for somebody else?
Right.
Nah, you can come work hard for us. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We'll train you up, and you'll have all the knowledge that you need. That way you can do what you need to do. My goal is to have my kids in their first house as soon as they graduate high school. I'm not buying them their first house.
Everybody, you got to get up out. As soon as you turn 18, you got to get up out my house. Okay, go to which property? One of our properties. Which one you want? Go stay there. You're damn right. You got to get up out this house. Go to that other one.
Property is already paid off. We'll pay. You know what I'm saying? And I think this is a conversation that more Black families need to have, because we do instill the struggle in our kids for no reason. And then on top of that, on top of the ones who don't instill struggle, they're not in a position to give us anything, even if they wanted to, you know. And I think that's why it's so important that you have assets. Mm-hmm. And that you have some type of leverage to offer your offspring, your family, you know, outside of that. And then if something does hit the fan and you need that money, you have things to offer to get that money, which most people don't even have a savings for 6 months in hand. Most people don't even have a savings. And so having a house can be the difference between you having money that you need and not having money that you need, because you have a viable asset that makes you money.
Yep. Or you got something that can be liquidated to have the money on hand. Just go sell it.
Right.
Go sell it. The income, you know, once the house is paid off, the income that you're receiving from it can be, you know, you using that money to, you know, pay off another asset, to buy another home.
And that brings me to my next point. So I know y'all were talking about Forever Home. So when me and Kiara got approved for our house, we got approved for double what we bought our house for. Because I think people see what they're approved for and they immediately just want to max that bitch all the way out to the end of the roof. For what? For what?
Yeah, for what?
You won, for y'all, most of y'all know it's not your forever home. You've already stated that it's not your forever home. So why are you maxing out the loan for you to have a higher mortgage and higher bills, and then you say, oh, well, the maintenance and record and all that stuff is more expensive? Well, yeah, because you started off with a house you couldn't afford. The objective is to put you in debt, okay? You have to understand how banking institutions work. They make money off of interest, okay? The more money they loan you, the more interest they get. So it's your job to be a responsible person, to look at what your budget is, what you want to spend. Most mortgage lenders. Yes, thank you. Lenders. You can let them know what your ideal monthly bill is, and then they'll tell you what that breaks down to and equates to depending on what you're looking for. So, you know, we were approved for such a higher amount, and it was funny. I thought Kiara was going to be the one that was like heavy on the budget, and I was like, so with the budget, I don't want to see it. For what? I'm not buying it.
Right, that part.
I'm not buying
that part.
It was so funny because I think we balanced each other well, because we kind of like, it's back and forth depending, which is good. But I think we have to make sure that we're making responsible decisions, because could we have gotten a much bigger house? Absolutely. We qualified for a house that would have been gigantic, but we knew that we wanted to change the way our life was. And so buying a house that was cheaper made it easier for us to not have to work, so that we can launch our businesses, so that we can be at home. Girl, I got a hammock in my backyard. You can hammock. Okay, I got a garden in my backyard. I don't leave my house because I don't want to. You know what I'm saying? So like, you don't want to be stretching your dollars so tight that you feel and you have to go to these jobs that make you unhappy, that you have to work for companies who don't value you, because you see everybody out here running around, hopping around for the black dollar right now. You're getting all kinds of emails because folk is scared. You know what I'm saying? Because we really do carry a lot more power than we want to acknowledge as a collective. And so when you start scaling back, even just a little bit, you realize how many things you don't have to put up with. I ain't got to put up with shit. And that's because I didn't choose to buy a house that I couldn't comfortably afford on my own income alone.
And even starting off, like, we were talking to our business coach, and he spoke on how, you know, his first house that he bought off with credit cards. 3 credit cards, $10,000 limits.
Maxing them out anyways.
No, but seriously, he, you know, leveraged his credit to get 3 credit cards and leveraged that money and bought a house off credit cards. So I actually thought about that. Now, I don't recommend you doing it if you don't know the credit game, you don't know how to manage a credit card. If you don't, get with us and we can help you out with that. But that's an option as well, especially if there's something, you know, buy something that's cheaper, that you have the time or an additional credit card to put towards the repairs and stuff like that. That's a step right there. There's some houses for like $30,000. You just got to be willing to put the work into it. Maybe some even less than that. You just got to be willing to put the work into it to fix it up to, you know, where you want it, and then you sell it.
Because let's be honest, most of us are maxing out our credit cards anyways.
Not everybody.
I didn't say everybody.
Oh, okay.
I didn't say everybody, but I'm just saying a lot of people have credit cards and you're maxing them out anyways. If you're gonna max them out for an asset. That's all I'm saying.
For what?
For an asset.
You're so annoying.
That's all I'm saying.
Right. Just know the credit game. Get you if you don't have your credit fixed, get your credit in great standing. Now is a great time to do so. And that's what we do. We leverage credit to buy assets. We leverage credit to get access to other people's money to make the moves that we want to make or to make ourselves more money. Simple.
We're not only, and I want y'all to understand, like, there are a lot of credit repair programs out here, okay? And I don't want y'all to think that we're anything like them, because we're not. And the reason why I say that is because, we really do strive to give that educational component. We pair you with people, depending on what states you're in. We pair you with preferred realtors. We put you in direct contact with the people that you need to be in contact with to move into your next phase of the game. And soon we're also releasing a new program to help people get into houses in select states that we have direct access to starting off. So that we can smooth over that home buying process and assist our clients in getting those homes that they need. But again, you guys have to be willing to make that investment in yourself, because if y'all don't think credit is important, then you've not been listening at all during this live. Because ownership is how you build your net worth. That's how you leverage yourself, your money. That's how you secure your future for you, yourself, and your fucking kids.
So like Trey said, that's that generational wealth.
That should be your mentality.
That's the goal. We got to break these generational curses, these cycles, and do better for yourself, for your kids, for your lineage, for your community, for the Black community, goddamn. Right. And keep it moving. That's how I feel on it.
That's definitely. How long have we been here?
Long enough.
Ooh. Less than 50 minutes though. So
I know, right?
Because we be sitting up here for a long time.
But yes, drop us them green hearts, y'all. Share the knowledge.
Let us know if this video was helpful in breaking down and debunking some of the myths that might be surrounding home buying versus renting.
Or the mindset that you were stuck in prior to watching this
video.
Did
you learn anything new? Did you receive any new insight? Because again, the objective of these videos, again, is just free content. We just really want to make sure that we're helping and assisting people in getting the information that they need to be able to grow financially. Because again, if you didn't come in at the beginning and you didn't know what our stance was when it comes to renting versus buying, we are gonna buy. Because it just outweighs renting. You save money and then you make money.
Exactly.
That's literally the easiest way to put it. You save money and you make money. And if you weren't here at the beginning of the video, watch this video from the beginning. I don't know if I'm gonna keep it up. I've been deleting my live videos because y'all ain't been watching them. So I've been putting them on different platforms for people who do want to watch them. So I don't know if I'm gonna keep this one up, but for now, go ahead and share this video with people who are considering buying or who are in between renting and buying and really want to know which way they want to go, which way they're swaying towards. Because I can almost guarantee if anybody gives me a pro for renting, I can debunk it and tell you why buying is better. And if y'all think of anything after this video, please comment it in the comment section so that I can tell you why buying is still better. Really, I can't think of anything anybody can tell me that will convince me that renting is better. Not a single thing on this planet. Nothing.
I did see a comment come up, says, wait, hold up, can you still tell someone how to get 4 properties with $1,200? Yes, I could, but you're going to have to watch the next live. I ain't going to give it all to you right now. I'm going to hold that one to the next live. But
right,
yes. Well, let me ask this. Do you still have your stimulus? Is she still here? Who is that?
Atifa? When?
Atifa Wynn? You still here? If you still here, drop the green heart and I might give you the sauce. I just might give you the sauce.
But again, for all of those who, sitting on the fence about buying a house or sitting on the fence about credit repair, y'all get y'all's credit taken care of. I cannot stress this enough.
Not just for home buying.
Just in general.
Yeah, not just for
period.
home buying.
Because you can leverage things that are not just homes. You can leverage your credit, period. Your credit becomes leverage. Okay. And so we need y'all to understand the importance of having this available to you. Even if you're not looking to buy a house, or you're not looking to start a business, or you don't have any grand plans, coming up, but just being able to be prepared in the event that you need to leverage your credit is really what you guys want to do. And so, Kiara, can you drop?
I see she can't stop touching his hair. Like, gosh, girl, leave it alone. Leave it alone.
Such a hater, suck on my nose ring. How?
So what were you going to say? What were you going to say? She said she not, I am. Apparently she not. She gone. Yeah, she just missed the sauce because I was about to give it to her. But all right, y'all. We are out. Wait, she's back.
Ooh,
now she back. Now she back.
Somebody added her. They said, get your behind back in this live so you get this information.
Get your behind back in this live. I'll give you this. I won't give you all the sauce, but I will give you something. Check with your state. There are a lot of properties, land and houses that are owned by the city, who either one, auction them off, or two, they just sell them to you for pennies on the dollar. I got a plot of land out in Indiana for $300. Literally. So 300 times 4 is how much, Atifa? And that lets you know how many you can get. Well, I guess depending on your state, your city, county. You have to look in your area.
I will say more of the metropolitan cities tend to do more of the auctioning. But if you live in more quiet rural areas, they're just trying to get rid of the properties. They really just don't want to have them because they have to pay for those. They have to maintain those. And so a lot of times you can just look on their website. They'll have a place, they'll have addresses listed. You can drive by, see what they look like, see how much they cost, and you can just purchase them right on out. But again, when you get into more of the metropolitan cities, you will have to show up for auctions. And I would say just go to a couple of those anyways, just to kind of see what the price points are looking like.
See what the process looks like. Do your research.
Because you want to be adamant. Because we had one property down here that we got in one county in Atlanta that was a straight buyout. And then the other surrounding cities required auctions. So you just want to see what the options are. Because again, a lot of times there are, state-owned, city-owned properties that they're just trying to get rid of.
Right. People then, defaulted on their taxes
in our community,
whatever. And some of them are not even tax deeds that you have to purchase. They're just trying to get rid of them. Mm-hmm. They're just trying to get rid of them. No additional fees to you. Especially, those counties that do allow you to just come in, just pay the money, whatever the fee is, and keep it pushing. There are some where, a lot of stuff are hung up in the courts. That's what happened to one that we had here in Georgia, because this was a new process for them. Like we said, everybody else around them, they were doing auctions. I don't want to auction anything, because if you do a tax deed, then you can't do anything with that property for a year, because you have to allow the actual owner of the property, that 1 year grace period to pay whatever fee it is that they have to pay on top of your 10% or whatever percentage that they have to pay to you. To give up the deed. So yes, that's the game right there.
Ooh, we dropped a lot of sauce in this one. I think we dropped a lot of sauce in all of them, for real, for real. Mm-hmm. Y'all, these braids smack you.
All right, but y'all, like I said, I didn't plan on staying here this long.
I didn't either.
If Mother Nature is still here.
No, I'm leaving, y'all.
I'm out.
I'm leaving. For those of you just chiming in, please watch this video from the beginning. We dropped so much sauce. We definitely.
Why are you yelling?
Oh, I'm excited. We put so much information in here, and I want you guys to make sure that you're getting it before I take this video down. Just because. So like I said, we started moving our stuff to other platforms because we want people who are going to watch it, implement, whatever the case may be. Mm-hmm. So make sure that you guys are getting the information as much as you can, taking advantage of it, putting it into action so that you guys can, create and change your financial futures. So make sure y'all are watching this video from the beginning. Tag whoever needs to see it. Any of those things. Share it. Share the wealth, y'all. We come out here and we give a lot of free knowledge, and you don't want to be the person that hoards it.
Right.
You know what I'm
There's
saying?
enough assets for everybody to acquire in this world. So, and not enough in the Black community. So,
right. So we're gonna go ahead and slide out on that note. I think I put in the comments our enrollment slot. If you guys, our enrollment link. Shut up.
I'm just wondering, you like
enrollment link, which breaks down all the details of the program and everything like that. But we really, again, we want to help more people get into homes. We want to help more people leverage their credit. We want to help more people create generational wealth in their families. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Just don't forget, cash is king, but credit is power.
Power,
okay.
Y'all.
Okay.
But that's all we got for this Credit Tip Tuesday. I'm gonna go take some selfies in the front lawn.
Y'all, she's been so ridiculous with this hair. So ridiculous with this hair.
Y'all, look.
And they're literally to her knees. She already like 6'10", 7 foot. And her braids are to her knees.
Yes, they are, honey.
But anyway, we out, y'all.
Bye.
Happy wealth building.
Happy wealth. Oh, that was beautiful, baby.
Goodbye. Finish out the video, girl.
Okay. Bye, guys. Thanks for checking out our Credit Tip Tuesday. We'll be back next Tuesday at 6 o'clock with another credit tip. Make sure you tag your friends, share the video so that you guys can get this information that was left here. And we will holla at y'all on the flip side next Credit Tip Tuesday. Bye, guys.